Hello and welcome back to the water. My name is Beast, and I now know why the fuck they mean that with the whole the Mare-Route is only there for the sex scene. Because the choice is when she's naked in front of you! And the choices are I just can't and accept Mare's feelings. So yeah, I'ma just assume it's just a sex scene. I accept Mare's feelings anyways. Can't figure out how I'm supposed to answer. Like, I was about to open this and start eating them. Like, I found these randomly today and decided, why the fuck not? They look like they'd be, like, nice snacks. But now I can't because, well, this shit. Fucking rude. Anyways, I'll just put that back here. Can't figure out how I'm supposed to answer. Nonetheless, I do have feelings inside me to tell me I can't and don't want to reject her. It's not enough. There's another step, Mare says. I'll move on top of the on to the next step, Mare says. I'll do more, Mare says. And you'll be able to feel good, Mare says. I'll make you feel good, Mare says. Mare leaned in on me and placed her hands on my crotch. I could feel her warm sword. Wait, don't move, Mare says. Stay still, Mare says. And with me unable to reject her, we then went all the way. After we had experienced our first time, we stayed cuddled together for a long time. She doesn't say anything, indicating so. When we finally separate, she looks somewhat lonely. Then I say goodbye, and so does she. While we may have to part for a short while, we will be able to see each other whenever. That is the sort of relationship we share. At school, I make sure my stay at club is short. Need to go visit Yume. The plan is to swing by home, drop off my book bag, get changed, and head over to the hospital. However, before going down the hill, I choose to go up instead. If I follow the road, I'll eventually reach the lookout. There isn't any particular reason for me to stop by. Above all, there is not much chance Mare will be there. I haven't met her during the day even once in all my time knowing her. So I'm not going because I want to see her. Of course, that isn't to say I don't want to meet her if I can, but I believe there is zero chance of me seeing her. Her procedure is pretty much diversion. I want to sort things out in my head. I have no clue how to face Mare after what happened. Well, now I just want to pull these up again. The sensation of her skin from that night feels so dreamlike, yet still so vivid. The vestiges of her warmth still remain on my hand. As I become actively conscious of it, my heart starts to pound fast and my face grows hot. Will I be able to talk with her like normal the next time we meet? Or will things instantly become awkward? It's just... I never in my wildest dreams imagined that a relationship would take a turn like this. That isn't to say I regret it, of course. In fact, I was the one who first instigated that change when I kissed her on the lips. More than likely, I sought that sort of relationship with her. It's just that I feel a little bewildered now that we are here, and that is all. After all, she is essentially the mirror image of Yume as a young girl. But that isn't the reason why I chose to become intimate with her, which goes without saying. The fact is, both in terms of how they act and their personalities, the two of them are completely different. I've come to love Mare. I've fallen in love with her because of who she is. It was only coincident that the girl I fell in love with is a mirror image of the young Yume. It's only coincident that girl I fell in love with happens to be a little girl. God damn it! Please forgive me for my sins! I writhe around in agony. Wait, Mare's age is undefined. Unidentified. Having gained an acquittal, I recover. As I arrive in front of the fence, I begin to circumvent it with accustomed steps. Mare won't be there on the other side, which only stands to reason. She doesn't appear during daytime. So I won't see her. That lifts a weight off my shoulders. Hi, Mare! She's there. I now believe that it won't happen. Contrary to my expectations, Mare turns out to actually be there. She has undoubtedly noticed me, but still makes no move to make eye contact. I don't know whether it is because she is embarrassed or what, but at any rate, Mare is standing right there. Why? Clunk. Ow! She suddenly hits me with her scythe. What was that for? How does that make any sense? But I was here! You totally just approached me and whopped me with your scythe as hard as you could. No matter how you look at it, you were targeting me. Fat chance! I collapse and find myself silently sprawled on the ground. Please, Mare, just one sec. As I shake my head and got up, Mare backs away fearfully. No need to be afraid. I know how you feel, though. I was in a similar state of mind before coming here. For some reason, Mare appears frightened after hearing that. Well, yeah. Why not? That sounds like a double suicide and one that he did not sign up for. I suppose that is some variation of I kill you then kill myself scenario. Well, I can also understand why you would feel that way. I can read your heart like an open book, Mare. I receive a nice and clean hit to my head. Mare flees into the woods at full speed. Hey, Mare, I was just joking. Please come out again. In contrast to Mare acting all weird, I find the ability to act composed. She pops out her head from the woods. Yeah, no way someone like me could actually read minds. She sure is acting strange today. Though I begin with it, I still haven't figured out why she is here during daylight hours. Nope, I haven't. I didn't mean to upset you with that. She approaches me with her guard on max. So, Mare, what were you thinking about? Mare's face flushes red. I receive another clean hit to the head. Accompanied by Mare fleeing again. Come on, don't push things back to square one. Mare pops her head out from the woods. Look, I'm sorry, so could you come out? Please come over here. I motion her over with my hands. No, I won't do anything you don't want. Got it. After some hesitation, Mare fearfully comes over to me. She shoots frequent glances up at me. I heave a sigh and extend my hand. She tried to close her eyes in response. I felt an infinite amount of warmth from her body last night. Comb her hair as if to trace that. Mare finally opens her eyes. I'm not doing anything you don't want, right? Want me to stop? I crouch down and meet her at eye level. Eye level? Gently, I move my face forward and kiss her slightly trembling lips. He knows her wariness dwindling as her body relaxes during the kiss. As I pull away again, Mare mutters with her eyes cast down. I figured you wanted me to. If I was wrong, then that would mean I just did it forcefully. Oh well, I'm fine with that too. Were you waiting for me here, Mare? I told you it was difficult. You told me it was difficult for you to come during the day, so I was really surprised when I saw you here.
私も驚いた。今までは無理だったから。でも頑張ってみた。頑張ったら無理じゃなかった。無理じゃなくなったの。
Want another kiss?
ダメ。
You had to think about that one for a second.
迷ってない。
I crouch down once more. I move her lips towards Mare's blushing face. She makes no move to run away. And what is more, she also moves her lips towards mine. We kiss.
またされた。
Right?
ようくんに勝手にされた。
Well, if she can't bring herself to acknowledge it, I'll just leave it at that. Mare, around what time are you going to be leaving?
知らない。
Naturally, it's a fair bit too early for stargazing. If you've got the time to, want to go out with me? What do you say?
ダメ。
For some reason, I receive yet another clean hit to the head.
ようくんと付き合ったら私がショタコンになる。
Fancy that! She's having the exact same inner conflict I am! No, I just meant like going someplace with me. Mare tilts her head questioningly.
どこに?
The neighboring town's hospital. I still remember her telling me a while back that, while she can't go anywhere far away, the neighboring town should work.
帰るの?
She sounds anxious.
帰るの?
Mare isn't one to speak her true feelings and desires. However, they can still be seen crystal clear. I'm not going home. I'm just going over to the neighboring town.
でも
Well, I still want you to be with me.
私は別に
So, will you come along with me? Seems like you went there by yourself before. But what about visiting you together this time? After some initial surprise, Mare seems to ponder the idea.
お見舞いってどのくらいの時間?
Not too terribly long, just around an hour probably.
1時間
What do you say? Mare nods.
しょうがないからお見舞いしてもいい.
Let's get going then. The two of us swiftly make our departure from the lookout. Mare is walking next to me. The length of her stride is that of a child, but she still keeps up with me without hurrying. Doesn't look like it is strenuous for her. If anything, I'm the one who will end up getting left behind if I dawdle. It almost feels like she's wearing skates from the way she walks. And it feels a bit weird.
何が?
The two of us walking together.
そう?
Yeah, we've never really spent time with each other anywhere beyond the lookout. We've met at other places too, but those times we hadn't walked together like this either. Walk pretty fast.
そう?
Whoops.
まあ
Yeah.
私は死神だからね.
Hold on. Who cares? She boasts.
間違った。私は私だから。
I guess that is her way of showing she isn't fixated on being a Grim Reaper. I don't think there's really anything wrong with staying a Grim Reaper.
そうなの?
No reason to force yourself to change Grim Reaper or whatever else. You're still Mare.
そうなのかな?
I'd say so,
多
yeah.
分.
Positive, how about that?
うん
Mare then mutters as if to confirm it to herself.
私は 死神、ようくんを狩る死神。
I don't really need to be reaped, though. Well, it's fine, I guess. You've become honest with your feelings, huh?
死神は素直なんかじゃないわ。
That's the Mare I know and love.
死神は私らしくなんてないわ。
Okay, that doesn't make sense anymore. Oh, well,
死
alright.
神はよくなんてないわ。
As we come near the school gate, I start to spot students here and there on their way home from school, while their gazes are glued on the strange girl who has appeared from up the hill. Their attention is directed in particular at Mare's huge scythe. Kinda think of it, it totally slipped my mind probably because I've never walked around outside the lookout with Mare like this. If we keep going, she'll probably be arrested for violating the Swords and Firearms Control law.
あ、人がいる。
Mare, now the center of attention, hides behind my back. However, she can't fully conceal the scythe behind me. It sticks out above my head. Hey, Mare. Turn around.
何？
Let's leave the scythe.
奥？
Yeah, walking around with it, that thing is a bad idea.
別に難しくなんてないわ。
That might be the case for you, but it's dangerous. You know what I mean?
別に安全よ。
But all the people around us don't know that.
そんなの知らない。
Well, look at it this way. If you keep it with you, people will keep staring at you like they're doing right now. Using my body as protective wall, she carefully peeks out to examine the situation that meets the eyes of a student and hides again once.
なんか見られてる。
You don't like standing out like this, right?
うん。
Let's leave the scythe at the lookout.
いや、
Mare tightly hugs his scythe. I can sense a firm determination, so it must be something really important to her. But the problem is that we won't be able to get on the train with that.
ようくん困ってる。
Must show on
持
my
って
face.
歩かなきゃいいのよね。
Mare lets go of the scythe's shaft. The scythe then hovers in the air, defying gravity, before gradually turning transparent. Voices all around are clamoring in astonishment, and before I know it, the scythe has completely vanished. It's always been like this. The next thing I know, Mare is suddenly has the scythe in her hand, or it is gone. It's the first time I've actually witnessed the process for real. What did you just do?
人に干渉されないようにした。
Mean you made it invisible?
それだけじゃなくて、触ることもできない。私はできるけど。
Mare closes her hand and proceeds to raise and lower her arm, but to me it only looks like she's doing calisthenics. It's just like a magic trick. I guess the difference, though, is that in this case, even the person who's doing it has no idea how it works.
私、鎌は持って歩かないから。
Mare folds her hands behind her back. It isn't visible to me, but maybe the scythe is floating somewhere
こ
around
れで
there.
物騒じゃない？
Yeah, sorry to have you do that.
これくらい別に。
Student onlookers gradually disperse. Luckily, none of them seem to know me, because if any had, they might have actually approached us. The student's gone. Mare finally lines up next to me again. She still has her hands folded behind her back. Want to hold hands instead? You can hold my hand in place of your scythe. I lower my hand, but Mare averts her face from me.
あ、別に。
Holding hands is too embarrassing for you?
照れてない。
Then go ahead and hold my hand.
ようくんをつなぎたいの。
Yeah, I'd say so. We're walking around together like this for the first time. Nothing bad about making it date-like.
じゃあ、
Mare gingerly raised her
つ
hand.
ないでもいい。
She nestles close to me and touches my hand. Her tiny hand and mine overlap.
私はしたくないけど、しょうがなく手つないであげる。
She's muttering under her breath while staring at the ground. Mare remains silent all the way to the station. Whenever I say something to her, she only gives me a dumb head in return. She finally responds when I tell her we're getting on a train. She says that we humans sure are inconvenient. I can only agree. Knowing Mare and all the nonsensical stuff she can do, I'm positive she'd be able to go to the hospital in an instant by some sort of teleportation ability.
いらっしゃい、ようくん。 今日も来たんだね。
As I enter the hospital room after having knocked on the door, Yume welcomes me as if she's been awaiting me. After exchanging greetings with me, it looks like Yume notices her other visitor.
後ろに隠れてる子は新しいお友達？
Mare has been hiding behind my back since the moment she set foot inside the hospital. I guess it is because there are so many people here. Come on, don't be shy, Mare. Although I urge her on, she makes no move to come out from behind me. You've met Yume before, right?
そうだけど、メアって死神さんのこと？
Mare pokes out just her head from behind me, almost as if she's covertly checking the situation and looks at Yume.
あ、ほんとだ。メアちゃんだ。
Having confirmed it from her face, Yume smiles.
こんにちは。
Mare retracts her face. Come on now, Mare, aren't you gonna say hi back?
子供扱いしないで。
Well, even little kids know their manners.
そんなの知らない。メアちゃん、お見舞いに来てくれたの？嬉しいな。嬉しいの？
Mare pokes out her head again.
君とはまたお話ししたかったから。どうして？君とお友達になりたかったの。変なの。メアちゃん、こんにちは。こんにちは。偉いね。うん、偉い。
Fucking excuse me?
ちゃんと挨拶できたね。子供扱いしないで。かわいいね。死神は可愛くなんてないわ。ツンデレさんだね。死神はツンデレじゃないわ。あ、子供だからチュンデレ？死神はチュンデレじゃないわ。
Dare I even ask what that's supposed to mean? How are you feeling today, Yume?
いつも通りだよ、心配性くん。メアちゃん、どうかした？あなた、病気なのよね。そうだね。でも、そんな大したことないから。
After some hesitation, Mare goes
だ
on.
ったら、早く、元気になって、りょうくんを安心させてあげて。
How is Yume interpreting Mare's words? That lonesome smile on her face. Well, actually, isn't all that sort of smile. It isn't the kind of smile I've seen her often make when she's putting up a front.
元気になるよ。私は諦めていないから。絶対に諦めたくないから。無理はしなくていいけど。無理じゃないよ。無理じゃない。無理してるのは君の方だよ。
Mare is visibly caught off guard by that, as am I.
私、入院生活が長いからね。いろんな患者さんと出会ってきた。だから、人の体調だって見ただけでわかるんだよ。平気そうにしてたってわかるんだよ。だからね、メア。
Her tone is laced with warmth and kindness.
辛い時は辛いって言うの。甘えたい時は甘えるの。強がってばかりいないで。そうやって無理をして我慢ばかりしちゃするよ。
Mare is speechless. Her figure is flickering. Her body starts to vanish as if she can't maintain it anymore. As Mare suddenly notices, she returns back to normal. What was that just now?
ごめんね。つい呼び捨てにしちゃった。メアちゃんだよね。呼び捨てでいい。そう？そう。じゃあ、お言葉に甘えて。
Yume straightens her posture.
メアに話したかったことがあるの。伝えたかったことがあるの。何？ようくんをよろしくね。終わり？終わり。
Mare has a frown on her face, and I have even more of one.
何？今の。言ってみたかったんだよ。よくわからない。わからなくていいんだよ。今じゃなくても、いつかわかってくれればいいんだから。 変なの。
変じゃないよ。変じゃない。
Hey,
よ
Yuma.
うくん、その先は受け付けないよ。
She interrupts me.
不吉なこと言うなって諌めるつもりなら怒っちゃうよ。だって私は諦めていない。諦めていない上で言ったんだから。だからこれはようくんが思ってるのと違うんだよ。ただ単純にようくんとメアが仲良くしてたらいいなって考えただけなんだから。そうなったら嬉しいなって思っただけ。そうなったら私も幸せかなって思っただけなんだから。
彼女、元気そうだった。
Yeah, Yuma's always like that.
なのに、病気なの。
That's the way it seems. By the time we're done visiting Yuma and leave the hospital, the sky is tinged in the color of the setting sun. The day have really gotten short
病
now.
気、いつ治るの？
No idea.
いつになったら病気じゃなくなるの？
I don't know.
彼女、ちゃんと治るの？
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Haven't asked her and Yuma hasn't told me. Will Yuma ever tell me about her illness of her own accord? If she doesn't, does that mean I'm not worthy of hearing it? Am I not good enough to support her? Is there nothing I can do if Yuma doesn't ask for my help?
ようくん、
Mayor looks at me with a face ridden with
よう
anxiety.
くん、元気じゃない。彼女が病気だから。元気じゃない。二人とも。元気に見えて。元気じゃない。
Mayor seems to be despondent too. Maybe I'm needlessly worrying her here. Evaluating things, maybe I am wrong to assume that I can't do anything. What can I do? What I can do myself by myself is limited, but that certainly isn't nothing. It is the same principle that says nothingness does not exist in this world. There are definite things that I can do without a doubt. I put my hand on Mayor's head and stroke her. Thanks for coming with me to visit Yuma today.
別に。
Yuma seemed pretty glad to see you.
あ、そうかな。
I know it.
私はどっちでもいい。
Guess we'd better get going back
う
now.
ん。
One old hands.
バカバカ。
In contrast to her defined words, she takes my hand.
みんなバカバカなくらい。バカバカ。
I firmly grasp her tiny hand. We have gotten off the train and are on our way to the lookout when I stop in my tracks. We are in front of my place. Do you remember, Mayor?
お、何を？
Mayor looks up at me, still keeping her hand in mine. I once told you I wanted you to come over to my place sometime. It was a while ago, but I do remember asking you about it. I moved my gaze to my house. I just swing by until it's late enough for our stargazing.
ここがようくんの家。
Yeah, my family's
よう
inside.
くんの家族。
My sister, China, me, you already know. And then there's Shino.
それってようくんのお母さん。
I'm able to throw her a nod. Basically, Aunt Shino is like my second mom.
お兄ちゃん、おかえりなさい。
Hey there, little sister.
もうちょっとで夕ご飯できるってしのさん言ってたよ。そろそろ葵ちゃんたちも食べに来るんじゃないかな。
葵ってあの失礼な子のことね。
Mare gingerly reveals herself from behind me. Jinimi's eyes widen in surprise.
大変だよ、大事件だよ。あろうことかお兄ちゃんがメアちゃんかどうかしてさらってきてる。
Who the hell are you to talk? You kidnap Suza basically all the time.
開き直るどころかちなみにまで罪を着せてグリグリするお兄ちゃんには脱帽だよ。
Like, you know, I gotta respect that you don't just say so what, but also decide to pull me into this shit.
ああ、相変わらずうるさい。
I see you've come to care about your friends, Mare.
気にかけてないし、別に友達じゃない。
Well, you at least remember them, both Aoi and Jinami. Just a while back, not only did Mare forget their names, she even forgot what they looked like.
そうだとしたら、全部ヨウくんのせい。ヨウくんが私を感化したせい。
That's an honor.
バカバカ。メアちゃんがうちに遊びに来るのは初めてだね。ちなみ、とっても嬉しいな。
Mare turns her face away with embarrassment and reacts to Jinami's straightforward joy.
なんで嬉しいの？だってちなみはメアちゃんの大ファンだからね。いずれオカ研主催でファンクラブも結成するからね。別にいい。なんだったらメアちゃんを教祖にしたカルト教団でもいいよ。その時はちなみは裏の大幹部だからね。
If for some unfortunate development Jinami becomes the occult circle's president in the future, I can definitely see her inviting Mare to join.
お邪魔します。
Aoi and Suzuha show up.
なんか増えた。メア
Mare herself appears pretty uncomfortable seeing Suzuha go surprised about her
さん。
presence.
なんで子供がここに。
Aoi is also surprised.
子供じゃない。私はあなたよりお姉さんよ。変身願望はいつ終わるんでしょうか。死神は変身願望なんて持たないわ。いずれこの家は保育園になるんじゃないでしょうか。この子だけは好きになれそうにない。
If this was a daycare center, Aunt Sheena would be the head caretaker, I'd be a caretaker, and the rest of you'd be the little kiddos.
私は保母さんですから。ちなみだって保母さんだよ。私は小学生ですけど。私は死神よ。オチがついた。甚だしく腹立つんだけど。メアさん、こんばんは。こんばんは。今日は私たちと一緒にお夕飯ですか？
At a loss for how to answer, Mare looks at me. You're free to join us?
いいの？
Sure, though I guess we have to get Aunt Sheena's permission first.
ちなみが聞いてきてあげるね。
Whoops. As she said, I'll go ask her if we're about back. Jinami rockets off into the kitchen.
死神はご飯なんて
You don't need to eat?
平気だけど、食べること自体はできる。多分。
Well, I guess you'll be joining us then. Mare is wearing a frown. Maybe she's still unsure.
私は
Fuck.
メアさんと一緒に食べたいです。
That's fun by you, right, Aoi?
いいですが、箸の使い方は先輩が教えてあげてください。本当に失礼な子ね。
See, the fact that Aoi isn't wordlessly ignoring you means that she actually likes you.
勝手なこと言わないでください。メアちゃん、シノさん連れてきたよ。
Following behind Jinami, Aunt Sheena enters the living room.
彼女がメアちゃんね。
Mare immediately hides behind my back.
はじめまして。よく展望台に遊びに来てるってちなみちゃんから聞いてたわ。
Mare carefully sticks out her head and peeks at Aunt
あそ
Sheena.
こは立ち入り禁止だけど、メアちゃんは星が好きなのね。
Come on, Mare.
前に押し出さないで。
ひばりが崎の星空好き？
嫌い。
Mare turns away
そう、
huffily.
好きなのね。
嫌いって言った。
でもあなたの顔に書いてある。好きだって。
そんなこと。
ひばりが崎の星空好き？
After a moment of silence, she's still huffy, Mare says.
嫌いだけどしょうがないから好き。
そう、よかった。
いいの？
私も大好きだからね。
星 好きなの。
星も好きだし、メアちゃんも好きよ。
バカバカ。
夕飯食べていってね。
別に食べてあげてもいい。
Following that, Onchino looks at
よう
me.
ちゃんはお父さんにそっくりね。三島先生にそっくりね。
My father's name is Mishima Taiga. This fall I learned that he is currently a teacher at Ibari High. I do.
メアちゃんとそうやって並ぶとね。
Both Mare and I tilt our heads
ようちゃ
questioningly.
んがこんな可愛い子を手ごめにしちゃったってことよ。
There she goes, throwing out socially problematic statements!
死神は手ごめになんてされないわ。
あらあ
I'll go get changed before
ら、
dinner.
二人して照れちゃって。あらあら。
お兄ちゃんお兄ちゃん、
What is it, Chinami?
すでにグリグリしてるお兄ちゃんの過剰反応にちなみもう脱帽だよ。ヨウさんとメアさんって。鈴葉、目を合わせたらダメ。
Oh, he positions herself in front of Suzuha.
先輩の主食が子供であることは感づいていましたが。
You're quite wrong about that, on various different levels.
ですが、もし鈴葉を夕飯にしたら。
You know damn well I wouldn't do that.
みんなバカバカばっかり。
ますます賑やかになって嬉しいわ。
Then, just as Onchino had commented, a cheerful dinner starts in our house. How was dinner? I regret starting this. It feels like I'm not going to be able to finish this now. God, what? I thought this wouldn't take long. I thought this would not take long. How was dinner?
うるさかった。
I know Chinami always talks up a storm when I was talking about the food more specifically.
よくわからなかった。
Because you were nervous?
そうじゃない。ご飯初めて食べたから。
What do you mean?
そのまま初めて。食事なんて機会これまでなかったから。
Back at the dinner table just earlier, Maya was gazing in wonderment at us all as we were eating. She used her chopsticks by copying us and carried food inside her mouth, but the expression didn't really change much. Her expression, I mean. When I asked her if it was good, she only returned a curt, not really. So you don't have to worry about hunger then.
そうだと思う。
Is that something convenient or not? I try to figure it out. But you can perceive taste, right?
そうだと思う。
Don't you think you'd like to try more?
あ
There's all sorts of different foods out there. You'll come to understand what's tasty and what's not for you if you try more.
分かって。何かいいことあるの？
Didn't everyone look happy during dinner?
知らないけど、一人を除いて笑ってた。
She must be talking about Aoi, but that was actually another if you included Mia herself. Well, Aoi always wears a poker face. I'm sure she's actually happy on the inside.
そうなの？
Well, I guess you could just say it's my hope that she is.
ようくん、ご飯で喜んでほしいの？
Absolutely, dinner's a whole lot better when you're enjoying your
やっ
time.
ぱり、よくわからない。
You'll come to understand that too eventually.
そうかな。
Yeah, probably.
多分。
I know you will. How about
う
that?
ん。
So come have dinner with us again if you want.
あ、
That sounds good to you?
切ってほしいの？
Of course. I want to be with you.
バカバカ。
Can I take that as a yes?
うん。知らない。
Mare is short with her words. She's a naturally taciturn person, but she was even more so during dinner. Actually, to be honest, maybe there were signs before that. You feel a little worn out, Mare? Feel free to sit wherever.
ここ、ようくんの部屋よね。
Yep, you can use the chair, bed, or whatever.
ようくんは座らないの？
Well, once you do. Mare makes no move. Maybe she's feeling intrusive. I pull the curtains open and look out the window. It's another clear night. An innumerable amount of stars are twinkling up at the night sky. Because Ibarigasaki's night sky is showering us in its eternal light. I go stargazing after a little rest. I shut the curtains again and turn around to Mare. Begin to wonder if my voice is reaching her as Mare has her eyes glued to the floor and is showing no reaction. Mare, I want to thank you for coming along with me today. As thanks, next time I'll come along with you. If there's some place you want to go to, then... Mare? I'm about to draw near her when... Mare's figure flickers for a moment. My body tenses up in shock. Mare's pained face tilts. My frozen arms and legs then move forward reflexively. I catch her in my arms right as she falls down. Mare! I'm about to ask her what is wrong, but I go with that better judgment. Don't even have to ask to know. I know. I can feel how limp Mare's body is, and I can hear her labored breathing. Her figure is gradually fading. That is when I remember. So in my mind, Yuma's voice replays, scolding Mare not to push herself, not to bottle everything up.
大丈夫。
Mare has never shown herself during the day thus far and said how difficult it was to do. However, today she was with me the whole day until sunset. She was by my side all that time. I could keenly feel her with my sense of vision, hearing, and
大
touch.
丈夫。だから。
Mare tries to get away from me. Her figure is unsteady, alternating between dense and thin, as if she's exhausted, panting in a sense. Yet she's been putting up with it. She's bravely tried her best to maintain her form.
疲れただけだから。
I can still feel Mare's warmth, no matter how feeble she may become. I won't let go of her. I absolutely won't lose her. Just wait 1 second, Mare. I lift up Mare's unsteady body in my arms. I reckon she would normally struggle, but she probably doesn't have the strength to, as even her voice of protest sounds feeble. I proceed to turn off the lights in the room. Amidst the darkness, I climb on my bed and throw the curtains completely open. Then a dazzling array of starlight pours down upon me. How is it, Mare? Starlight showering down on us from the window behind me vividly illuminates Mare. I strongly embrace her to convince myself that she is here. Did you get a little better?
別に。
How am I supposed to take that?
別に。大丈夫だから。ずっと大丈夫だったから。
Rage wells up inside me. Look, stop trying to act tough. Don't bottle everything up. It's also partly my fault for failing to notice, but still. If something's hard on you, just say so. If I do feel anger, these are mild feelings. With kindness to the point of cruelty thrust before me, I don't have a way to object, even though I want to. It doesn't sit well with me, but there's nothing I can do but accept it. I feel helpless, not knowing what to do with these thorny feelings I have no vent for. If it comes to the worst case scenario, without me having been able to do anything, I wouldn't be able to bear living on. I'm begging you, Mare. Don't ever hide these things by yourself. Maybe I've now come to understand for the very first time. Maybe I've managed to truly realize how Yumi was feeling when she told me those words. She sounded like a child that had been reprimanded.
ダサい。
With her apology, the feelings that have been swirling inside of me disperse. Instead, I'm now devastated by guilt. No, I should apologize. Sorry I kinda lashed out at you there. Mare maintains her silence. She's quietly resting in my arms without moving. Comes off to me as if she's almost dejected. Hey, Mare. Make my tone bright, meaning to dispel the heavy atmosphere. Going back to what I asked you a little while ago, is there some place you'd like to visit? To repay you for coming along everywhere with me today, I'll go with you wherever you want.
本当？
Yeah,
いいの？
of course.
でも、私、怒られた、ようくんに、悪いことした。
Even so, I forgave you. It's all a thing of the past now.
そうなの。
Yeah, but I got mad if you do the same thing again.
うん。
She's cute as a button, the way she's all meek like this.
痛い。よーくん。
Sorry, I just kinda got the urge to embrace you
バ
strongly.
カバカ。
So, what do you say? If there's some place you want to go to, I'll come along.
どこでも。
Yeah, anyway.
じゃあ。
As if to catch the starlight raining down on us, Mare stretches out her overlapping palms.
七夕がいい。私、七夕の星に会いたい。会って。そしたら、紹介する私の家族を、あなたに紹介してあげる。今度は私が、我が家に招待してあげる。
Even as we speak, the earth is moving towards the Tanabata stars. It is transporting us to Orihime and Higoboshi, like an arc, like magpies spanning a bridge from us to them. The estimated time it will take us to span that long bridge is 300,000 years. I'll have to live a hell of a long time to be alive for that. Can you live that long yourself? Because you're a Grim Reaper? I'm a human, though.
よーくん、さっき、どこでもって答えた。
I did. I'm just trying to figure out how I can.
何が
How to live that long. What should I, an insignificant little human, do in order to stay with you forever?
多分、
Yeah?
よーくんが忘れないこと、彼女のことを忘れないこと。
You mean
う
Yume?
ん、
Don't you want me? Don't you want me to forget about her?
そうじゃない。ただ、約束があっただけ。約束という名の契約。願い事という名の。それが
Oops.
私の絆だっただけ。
I'm kinda
それ
confused.
でいいと思う。
I won't forget Yume. So I'll always be with Yume. Same goes for you, of course. I'll always be with you, man.
さっき、できないみたいに言ってた。
Can't have to determine it myself.
約束する
Sure, it's our new
い
promise.
つまでも、私と一緒
Yeah.
それは、変わらないってこと。
Nope. Even with the world around us changes, that promise alone will remain the same. It'll become a light to shine for eternity. Mare softly puts her own hands on mine. Now I want this warmth to part from me. Oh yeah, maybe I should take like a screenshot of this to use as the thumbnail for this. Whoops. And I want to
よ
protect her.
ーくんと、一緒、結婚して、一緒、
Marriage,
よ
huh?
ーくんのお嫁さんになる。そうすれば、家族になれる。
I think there are ways to become a family without marrying.
そう
Well,
多
probably.
分、
I know there are. How's that?
多分がいい。お嫁さんがいい。
If I get to enjoy life with Mare as my family, then I can bet that future will be filled with an immeasurable bright amount of light that it could even measure up to Ibarikawasaki's starry sky. For that purpose, I'll need to meet with Mare's parents beneath the tender starlight and ponder what would be an appropriate
約
greeting.
束だよ。ずーっと一緒だよ。
So are they ever gonna, like, fucking resolve the plot point with Asuka's sister? There exists a town called Hibarigasaki, a northern port town that has always been dotted with many hills and alleys. The clear night sky full of twinkling stars is a sight one could never hope to see in large cities. It is a magical twinkling stage adorned by the stars' myths. In that town is a young girl who calls herself a Grim Reaper. She reaps not people's lives using her sight, but their dreams. She is there for them when they were having a hard time, cries together with them when they feel sad, and then finally shares in their happiness as they together overcome their difficulties. At times, she always also helps to foster love. Grim Reaper Girl is a support to them. She is the one who walks alongside them, making precious memories with them along that journey known as life. They will return to the stars someday, as all do, but since they have these precious memories, they will not feel lonely. None of them are alone. They fall into a deep slumber with the warmth of light in their arms. It's the reason so many beautiful dots of light populate Ibarikasaki's night sky. The light from memories of the past illuminates the people of the present. They live beneath that starry sky's Memoria. So tonight too, scythe in hand, the Grim Reaper Girl stays nestled close to her special someone, somewhere out there in this town.
ずーっといつだってあなたのそばにいるからね。
Quite frankly, I guess that's nice and all, but it felt like more. It would have felt more appropriate to put this one before the Mare-Route ending, in a way, because Mare-Route ending just feels more complete, I guess. This one feels like very vague and actually kind of lackluster, quite frankly. It did not feel worth it going for that. It just felt superfluous. Yeah, it's just it's Mare. I adore Mare is a great character. I love Mare. Mare's great. I would, if anyone does hurt her in any way, I would murder everyone in this fucking their publishing company and then myself. But still, it's just a case of I like the thought of her like being incarnated as like an actual human, as Yume's and Yo's child more. I guess that's kind of goes hand in hand with Conception 2. I never finished Conception 2, but I am aware of a lot of the endings, basically all the character endings. And the character endings ending for my favorite character, Fuka, is that because she had a friend in middle school that she swam with, and she had like a complex because she thought that friend hated her shortly before they went their separate ways. But turns out that before Fuka came to the school for the people with the star brand, she actually was there as well and was part of like a underwater combat club team thing. But when they were trying to exterminate a nest, like an underwater nest, she died in that fight. And the entire like social link is basically about them coming to terms with it, and the ending scene basically has her and like one of the last events is her like actually properly passing on after the romance between Fuka and the main character actually like succeeds basically. And in the ending scene, it's basically like her like after they've got married and had a child, teaching their child how to swim, the child being named after that one, after her friend. And I'm a sucker for endings like that. I mean, it's like added even more wholesomeness on top of they are a happy family now, which, you know. Anyways, yeah, with that, we're done with Hoshizora and Memoria. Quite frankly, I do really wish I would have just been able to put the last part, have the last part be the Mare-Route finale, but alas. Anyways, it's a good game. It's definitely a good game. I wouldn't put it over. I wouldn't put it over many of the games I've played, though. Quite frankly, like it's good, but quite frankly, I should say that like a lot of the games I have played are rather good in and of themselves. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on this. Certainly, I'm glad that I've played it. It did drag on near the end, though. Possibly in part due to Jinami's route, which I'm still mad about. It did feel a lot of the points like that seems like a criticism of this that I've heard semi-regularly, that they put sex scenes at very odd places. Kind of like how that one sex scene in Yume's route happened, and then nothing in the route where she actually gets healthy again. It's just very odd, and I can see that. Along with the I feel like it I've mentioned this before, but the Jinami romance just felt ham-fisted in. They should have just not had romance in Jinami's route, or have it stringed to a separate character where it would make sense for that to go down. Because it just it didn't need romance. That's what I'm trying to say. Quite frankly, the entire route didn't need romance. The theme of trying to be like a proper family under these extenuating circumstances they've had going on would have been perfectly fine. So it just felt odd to have this fucking incest forced in there without it even being addressed in any fucking way, and Shino just being oh fuck yeah, I'll get a grandchild soon. Just didn't make sense to me personally. But hey, that's just me, I guess. Actually, it's not just me. People are agreeing with me on that seemingly. But anyways, next up, won't make a poll. I'll just immediately move on to the next one, namely Stella Cafe. And I also won't make a poll after Stella Cafe, because after Stella Cafe, I will be playing the fan disc for 9-9, the new episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye-bye.